did. I did for you. I did it because I love you. Don't you felt the same way about me?
Me? Love you? Bitch, you got to be crazy. I use you. You're a toy, bitch. A freak. You get your big country, greasy ass back to the country where you belong.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Get it, Jesse, bitch!
Y'all, listen to this. It's only day 2 of 2026, and 50 is already back on his usual timing again. All right, now, for everyone sitting around waiting for a response from 50 about Fab and that freestyle, hold up for a second, because that's not where his attention is right now. At the moment, 50 is locked in, going back and forth with Papoose. Okay, so if you're asking how we even got here, let me break it down. 50 and Pap have been traded shots, slick comments, and tension for a couple of years now. And for whatever reason, the internet decided to troll Pap heavy this past week over his relationship with Claressa Shields, and boom, that woke 50 back up. Of course, he jumped right into the jokes while social media was laughing at rumors of Papoose supposedly being spotted around Remy Ma again. Then you had the extra chatter about Pap using Claressa for career momentum. And listen, the internet always takes things way too far. And let's be honest, when it comes to online chaos, 50 Cent is usually right at the center of it. Some people might even say he's the undisputed king of trolling. So hold up, Pap didn't stay quiet because he ended up posting this AI-generated video of 50 dancing. I'm not even gonna lie, that clip was wild. But Pap made it clear too, telling 50 straight up that nobody wants to hear anything from him until he responds to Fab. Yeah, that squatters' rights freestyle specifically. Now obviously, a lot of people have been waiting for 50 to clap back, and according to 50, he had a couple of obligations lined up, including that New Year's Eve performance. But listen, it's now the second day of 2026, and people are still waiting. In the meantime, though, 50 did respond to Pap's post yesterday. For anyone who missed it, 50 reposted and joked, saying, "Look what Pat posted. That looks like one of his joints. All his hoes handsome. They tougher than him, LOL." All right, and that was just one of several posts where 50 was basically dodging the Fab smoke while clowning Pap. The main question keeps coming up. When is 50 actually gonna fire back at Fab, who went at him right before the year wrapped up? People are still watching, still waiting to see 50 step back in the booth. But once again, patience is the name of the game. As I said, that wasn't the only post from 50 yesterday. He followed it up with another one, this time showing Pap out in public with his hat off. And hold up, you gotta catch the caption. 50 said, "This is the 5th little New York nigga this week." So yeah, 50 already knows he's got a growing list on his hands. You've got the Let's Rap About It podcast crew involved, you've got Fab, and now you've got Papoose jumping into the mix defending Claressa. At some point, you already know 50 is going to jump in the booth and return fire, not just at the podcast crew, but at Papoose, or if it keeps escalating. And look, I get it. 50 has built an entire reputation off memes and trolling at this point. It's gone so far that he's turned trolling into a marketing machine for brands, projects, and narratives. When it comes to using social media strategically, 50 is literally your textbook. Let's be clear about that. Even with his recent docuseries, The Reckoning, people were talking about it non-stop throughout December. And now, while everyone is waiting on bars from 50 aimed at Fab and the Let's Rap About It crew, he's doing what he does best. He picked right back up where he left off in 2025, memes and mayhem. So the big question remains, will we actually hear 50 spit something in response to Papoose, Fab, and everybody else involved? Only time will tell. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about everyone else, but I'd be shocked if 50 doesn't drop a freestyle at some point. Come on now, 50 knows. Once upon a time, he was starving like that. These days, he's leveled up, but still, no excuses. This is hip-hop, you feel me? Once somebody calls you out, you're supposed to respond. That's the code. You've got to rise to the moment and face the challenge head on. Now listen, Papoose already has the internet trying to clown him, but let's be real for a second. When it comes to bars, Pap is precise and surgical. So when folks say choose your battles wisely, that pressure is squarely on Fifth right now. And as you can see, he's still joking, still clowning, still leaning into the memes. But listen, y'all, tell me this. What do you think about this back and forth between 50 and Papoose? Because as I said earlier, people went absolutely wild with the rumors about Pap being seen with Remy Ma, supposedly Christmas shopping together. Again, all rumors, but that doesn't stop 50 from jumping in and cracking jokes. And like I've been saying, outside of the memes, people are really waiting to hear bars from 50 Cent. The trolling is funny, don't get me wrong, people appreciate it, but when it comes to rap, to hip-hop culture, that stuff only goes so far, especially when real lyricists are involved. This isn't comedians going back and forth, even Diddy, and we know Diddy isn't a writer. Now you've got certified spitters aiming directly at your neck. So, what are we doing, Fifth? Are we trolling for the next 362 days, or are you hopping on an open mic, front porch, in the whip, wherever? Do what you gotta do, because people are waiting. And trust me, I'm pretty sure Papoose is somewhere cooking right now. If his response isn't already done, it's loaded, one in the chamber. Because Pap is one of the most dangerous MCs out there. He's one of those artists who truly considers himself a lyricist. And one thing we know for sure, Pap loves to rap. So again, I'll ask y'all, what are your thoughts on this situation involving 50 Cent and Papoose? And while we're at it, how do you feel about people saying 50 doesn't need to respond to Fab right away? I've been seeing that take a lot lately, and personally, I disagree. 50 is a rapper first. That's what we know him for. It's time to step up. 16 bars, freestyle, whatever. People want to know if you still got it, and I'm pretty confident 50 still has it. Let's be honest, we haven't heard a verse from him in a minute, but the fact that people still care enough to want one, that's actually a good thing. Because the rap game has changed. Music isn't selling like it used to, and I understand why 50 isn't rushing to drop a new project. He's not alone in that. You really have to love this culture to keep going right now, because everybody's trying to figure out where the money is. Streaming platforms are robbing artists, labels are taking merch cuts, tour money gets sliced up. There's barely anything left for artists to live comfortably. So now, you gotta be a hustler. And let's be clear, nobody hustles harder than 50. We all know that. He's always grinding. That's not in question. But listen, somebody challenged you, King. His name is Fab. And since then, people have been waiting. So once again, tell me, what are your thoughts on this whole situation involving 50, Papoose, and Fabulous? Are you expecting a response from 50? Or do you think he's moving strictly on his own timeline? Either way, when it happens, we'll be right here reacting. Because right now, it's looking like 50 versus everybody. But drop your thoughts in the comments below about all this controversy surrounding 50, Fab, and Pop. As I said, this back and forth between Pop and 50 didn't just start yesterday. They've been trading energy online for years. And when Pop saw 50 jump into the internet jokes involving Claressa, it lit everything back up. The memes, the narratives, the talk about Pop using Claressa. We all know how the internet works, and 50 is the ringleader when it comes to trolling. If he sees someone he's sparring with looking crazy in any light, he's putting a spotlight on it, guaranteed. We've seen him do it before. Even Dame caught a few shots before the year ended. But again, the bars are still missing. That's just me, and that's all I've got for y'all today. Until we get another update, that's a wrap. My name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Off the Rip podcast. We get straight to it over here. We've got the MRE and Rip Show with Merch, and now the Three Kings podcast, me, Merch, and David, Flash Sparks. Make sure you subscribe to his channel too. We're really building something. I appreciate every single one of y'all who've been supporting the platform. We're coming up on 5 years. 5 years doing this. None of this would be possible without the supporters rocking with me since day one. I appreciate y'all more than you know. We've got major plans lined up for 2026, so stay patient, stay locked in, hit that notification bell. Big things are coming. I can't wait to share what's next with y'all. Until then, hold it down. Drop your thoughts in the comments.